Today we're taking a look at the brand new second generation Nvidia Shield. We're going to compare this to the first generation and kind of see what is different. Right off the bat, you probably noticed that on the box it's got a picture of the remote, the game controller, and the system. In the past, you came with the game controller and the system, you had to buy the remote separate. Now it's all one device in one place. So let's kind of do a quick unboxing here, check this out, see what comes with this, and compare the physical hardware to the older hardware. So I do pack this kind of tight. There we go. There we go. Alright, so right off the bat, we got, first thing you see is the new hardware. Now let me tell you this right off the bat, that is smaller. Let me make some room here. And so, now what we have to remember here a little bit is this is the standard version, this is the Pro. The Pro version of the new one will be the same size as the old one, but the standard version is noticeably smaller. And it's about 2/3 the size of the, maybe a little less than that, of the older Nvidia Shield. So that's kind of cool that they shrunk it and put it into one place. There's also a noticeable weight difference. This is a lot heavier than this. And again, remember though, the Pro version will have the same size as the older version, but the standard 16 gigabyte version is, I'll just say, a little over half the size. The remote, now not a lot of difference here. As you can see, this is my old one, this is my new one. New on the left, old on the right. Very similar size. The difference here though is about 1/3, or excuse me, considerably better battery life. So this is supposed to last a year under normal usage. And you'll notice that there's no headphone jack on that. Partially done to help increase the battery life on that. And then also at the top, you notice on the newer one, there's an IR blaster, which allows them to control the TV. Now, the IR blaster is not for controlling the new Nvidia Shield, it's for controlling your TV and having the ability to do volume and different things on it. Let's keep on going here. Next up, we have the really cool new remote. Now, you notice right off the bat, this is a completely redesigned remote. It's got kind of a cool texture pattern to it. Let's make a little bit of room here real quick. So you got the old remote and the new remote. The old one here is here on the right, the new one's on the left. As you can see, huge difference in the quality there. Now you can connect this new remote if you buy it separately, game controller, to the older Nvidia Shields. It's just Bluetooth, will work great. Few changes right off the bat. You see on the older one, the charging port and the headset jacks on the front. On the newer one, it has the charging port here, but then the headphone jack's on the bottom, which is kind of cool because then the controller can go down there. They've replaced the touch-sensitive controller ports with physical buttons. So play, backwards, menu, all that is now physical buttons. I'll just be honest, the joysticks, kind of a texture pattern around the edges there. The D-pad is completely redesigned on that. The buttons, while they look fairly similar, there's a much better. So these kind of felt stiff, very poor kind of feel for gaming. Not a lot of feedback on that. Now this one feels a lot smoother, better quality clicking. You can see the triggers on the back of them. Let's see if we can get a good angle on that. Totally redesigned. Big fat left and right buttons up here, as opposed to this kind of thin ones over here. Much more, I mean, I just can't say enough about this. This is a much more gamer-friendly device. Smoother, better gaming features across the board. Just a better gaming controller. 60 hours of battery life, considerably better lifespan on that. And it's a lot lighter. At least in my opinion, this feels lighter. This feels like I could game with this for a long period of time and be comfortable with it. This just always felt awkward. And as a gamer, I'm big into the PC gaming and PlayStation gaming. You know, I just never was a big fan of this as a gaming controller. This, I feel like I could sit back and play Titanfall for hours on end with this. So let's keep on going. Power plug, very similar to the other power plug. Not a lot to say there about that. It's just the power plug. Here we go. Here is a micro SD. I'm gonna say it's about a 6-foot USB charging cable. You can plug this either into a wall outlet through like your phone if you have a micro SD charger, or into the Nvidia Shield to charge your game controller. Same quick little menu on how to set it up, guide, and then a more in-depth, kind of really small support guide. But there's a nice little header here to help you find common issues, safety information, and so on, if you need any help getting that set up. I think that's everything. Yes, so that is everything. Let me kind of bring this back into the picture here real quick, give you kind of a quick overview. Everything again that comes with the new Nvidia Shield. Second generation, you get the 6-foot charging cable for the controller, the power cable, nice long cord there. Now on the 16 version, gigabyte version, the standard, you get a considerably smaller product or controller there. You get the new 1-year battery life remote, so you're not charging that all the time, and a couple instruction manuals. So overall, huge improvement, and I just can't, even begin to say how cool the much smaller form factor is. One last look at that. That is a hugely smaller. So now, as far as performance, I've already tested this out. I've actually been playing with this for a few weeks now. Back at CES, got my first look at it. It's the same performance. What you're getting here is a lot of software improvements of the older one getting. You get the much nicer game controller. You get a remote that you're not constantly recharging. And you get, I picked the wrong one. You get a much smaller gaming system on the 16 gigabyte version. Does have, real quick run on those, 2 USB ports, so you can still attach external memory through an external hard drive, flash drive, whatever for more memory. Ethernet, 8 and HDMI here. So yeah, I highly recommend this. This is a big step up over the older one. Not to mention the fact that it adds Amazon Gaming or Amazon Video to it, which makes this a great core kind of device. Where in the past, the lack of Amazon Video support was something I struggle to recommend because it is the #2 most popular streaming service in the United States. So questions, comments, let me know. I will link here at the end if you want to jump over to the next video and see how it actually runs. But this is my little unboxing comparison to the old Nvidia Shield. My recommendation, if you're thinking about upgrading, just buy the new game controller, and that's really all you need. So that will be sold separately. I'm not sure the price on that, but it will be available this year separately. And man, I can't talk enough about how nice this is. Thanks for watching this video. If you like it, please give us a thumbs up.